Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders Dynasty. We're back again here today at BYU, and some bad news to start Week 5. You see, Asher O'Hara got injured in the last play that he played last week in our loss to Florida Atlantic. If you missed the episode, make sure you go check it out. Maybe you actually don't want to go check it out, but nonetheless, Asher O'Hara got injured. He's going to be out a long time, and well, he's gotten hurt a couple of times here to start the year, twice the first 2 weeks, and banged up multiple times throughout the year. So here at BYU, a tough opponent who hasn't had a very good start to their year, looking for their first win. And they're going to be come out ready to go against a backup QB, Randall Johnson, and see what this BYU team can do. They're very physical. They have a weird, different type of offense, but QB is dynamic as can be. And he completes a pass on the right side of Tyson Williams, who shakes off a defender and picks up 37 yards. So just like last week, we're letting up big plays to start this one. It's first and 10, some play actions can be Wilson taking off once again. Some bad awareness in the flats over there, and Wilson's going to pick up a huge gain. 2 big gains right away, trying to come back from a couple of big gains that FAU had last week, and we cannot stop any today, but we get a 3rd and 1 here. Instead, they're going to give it to the fullback for a big gain of 9 inside the 5 now. 1st and goal, right down our throats, right into the end zone. Tyson Williams had the big catch to start the drive and finishes it with a walk-in touchdown. So before I can really even get this episode introduced, we're down 7-0. But here's Randall Johnson, the offense. Obviously going to try to lean on Chat and Mobley a little bit, but Johnson has had his time at QB and has made some big plays. So hoping to see him actually compete out pretty well here. Debated starting him a little bit as O'Hara was getting hurt, but he didn't quite get the job, as I liked O'Hara's kind of multi-dimensional, run and pass, even though he had quite a few errant throws. But I liked what I saw from O'Hara until he gets hurt, and we're here with Randall Johnson now. It's a 3rd and 4 trying to convert, and I guess I'm going to get inaccurate passes. Either QB I have, because that one's incomplete, but we're going for it on 4th and 4. They bring the pressure. We throw it over the middle. CJ Wyndham, who's having a great year for us, picks up 23 yards and a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 now. It's Randall Johnson on the read option. He's going to keep it. He's going to pick up a nice gain of 7 on the right side. 2nd and 3 now. Sending Wyndham in motion. Had a couple of big catches already to start this game. It's going to be a pitch to Wyndham. A perfectly timed pitch. Tried to do a spin move. He gets the 1st down, though. A gain of 4. It's 2nd and goal now. It's goal line versus goal line. Mobley tries to get to the outside. He can't quite break it out there. It's a loss of 1. Sets up a 3rd and goal. Johnson going to keep this one. He's going to be tackled, but he's into the end zone. Randall Johnson rushing touchdown at 3 yards, and we tie this one right back up at 7. A good drive from Randall Johnson. The offense converting on that 4th down and just moving it down the field. Kind of slowing things down a little bit, and we tie it at 7. But BYU, they come out firing right away, just like they did in their first drive. They're going to get a couple completions here to Bushman, and Matt Bushman with 25 yards on 2 catches right there to start the drive. A little misdirection here, and then it's going to be Tyson Williams breaking a couple of tackles and picks up 11 and the 1st. It's 1st and 10 now. Send a man in motion. It's Wilson throwing it to that man. And it's going to be another completion of 7. Just cannot get any incompletions, any stops whatsoever, really. 2nd and 3, going to throw it towards the sideline. And there's another 16-yard catch. Under 2 minutes to play here in the 1st. 1st and 10, lobbing it left side. Once again, a completion. 12 yards, Micah Simon. 1st and 10. Wilson keeping this one. Random hurdle just to show it off. Picks up 9 yards, Zach Wilson. 3rd and inches now. It's Wilson faking the handoff, keeping this one, and there is a hole for a semi-truck to drive through. 8-yard touchdown run for Zach Wilson, and BYU has 2 really easy drives to make it 14-7. Can the offense respond like they did in the first possession? It's a 5-yard run there from Mobley. It's 2nd and 5 now. It's going to be Johnson giving this one to Mobley. Mobley's going to pick up the 1st down. He's got a couple of good plays here to start this drive. It's 2nd and 10, though, for Johnson. The blitz coming, going to dump this one down to Mobley. He's going to fight his way through 2 tacklers and pick up the 1st, a gain of 12. 1st and 10 now. Keeping it to Johnson, and that read option's going nowhere for a loss of 3. 2nd and 13, giving it to Mobley again, trying to get those yardage back and some more. 6-yard gain, 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, Johnson dropping back, looking, pressure starting to come. He gets out of the pocket, scrambling with it, looking downfield. Had a man open, didn't want to risk the throw, just took the 1st down, a smart play, 9 yards. It's 1st and 10, screenplay set up, dump this one down to Mobley. A lot of room on the left side for Mobley. He's going to get around the outside, and he's going to pick up a gain of 15 and the 1st. It's 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to West, the backup halfback. He picks up a nice gain of 6. 3rd and 5. Trying to convert here. It's Johnson looking. Has a man open. It is Bruce. Jaquez Bruce, 9-yard reception. It's 1st and goal. Man in motion again. It's Wyndham. Johnson going to try to pitch it to Wyndham. That one's on the ground. Wyndham thankfully dives on it at the 10. A miss, I guess, just mess up there on the option. I mean, we ran it perfectly all the time, but doesn't work there. It's 9 yards to Wyndham, though, to get it all back. It's up a 3rd and goal from the 1. Hand this one off to Mobley. Trying to bounce it to the outside, trying to cut up field, but it is contained beautifully by the BYU defense, and Mobley loses 1, and we're going to kick the field goal and take the points. So can the defense finally, even force a completion? It's 2nd and 4, man in motion, going to keep it on the ground. It's Wilson trying to follow his blockers, and he does just that. A huge lane for Wilson. He's going to break off one. He's going to break off another, and another. Finally taken down at the 15-yard line. What a run from Zach Wilson. He's going to continue here on 2nd and 7, running through 4 defenders on his way into the end zone. 4-on-1, and Zach Wilson will not be stopped on this drive. 2 huge plays, and BYU's up 21-10. 2nd and 10, that one's going nowhere, trying to dump it off, pressure in his face. It's up a 3rd and 10, looking down the middle, and it is caught by Dobson, but he fumbles, he's hit hard, and he puts it on the turf. It's picked up by Lee and recovered, and it's going to be BYU ball. 21-10. A big play on 3rd and 10, a nice pass from Randall Johnson, somehow fit that one through there, but then Dobson's absolutely blown up from the side, and he fumbles. So this is dangerous territory for Middle Tennessee State. Wilson, with under 2 to play here, up 21-10, finds his receiver on the left side. There's a minute and a half to go now, 2nd and 6. Wilson dropping back, looking over the middle, finds his receiver, Romney. Romney breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to pick up a gain of 6 and a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 now. Wilson dropping back. Looking again, just dump this one down to Wilson. Williams, loses 3 on the screenplay. It's 2nd and 13 now. Wilson dropping back, throwing right side, finds his receiver again, this time for 14 and a 1st down. 37 seconds to play. 2nd and 8. Wilson throwing right side, finds his receiver, Romney. Romney pushed out of bounds. 1st and goal. 2nd and goal now, 32 seconds of play. It's Wilson giving this one down to Williams. Williams tries to run through a man, only picks up 1. 3rd and goal with 20 seconds to go. Wilson over the middle, finds his receiver, Micah Simon. Has a 6-yard touchdown, and BYU is up 28-10. I thought if I could just hold him to a field goal there on 3rd and goal, I'd be feeling okay going into halftime. 28-10, or 24-10 it would be, getting the ball, but not to be there. Going to try to get anything going here. An 8-yard catch there by C.J. Wyndham. It's 2nd and 2 now. It's going to be Johnson thrown over the middle. Finds his receiver Wyndham again with a lot of room down to the 35. A timeout for Middle Tennessee State with 7 seconds to go. Any yardage here could put him up into field goal range. Throwing the Wyndham again down close to the 20, 15-yard gain. Timeout Middle Tennessee State. And a field goal with 3 seconds to go is up, and it just squeaks in on the right side. And we do end up getting some points before half. That was a pretty big drive, and I think Randall Johnson's looked pretty good so far today. However, he's going to be put in a bad spot because the defense cannot get a stop out there. It's 28-13, getting absolutely torn apart on the defense side of the ball. Zach Wilson is having a day. See, we have more time in possession, but where have we heard that story before? 177 passing yards, 54 rushing yards for us. They have 158 passing yards, but 145 on the ground, and that's really the difference. Just Zach Wilson being a dual threat, really just running it down our throats, has hurt us in the first half, but maybe some second half adjustments. Maybe we can turn things around. It's a 7-yard rush there by Mobley. This time he's going to take it up the middle on the counter, pick up 2. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Really need this 1st down to start the second half. Mobley's going to get the handoff. He's going to bounce to the outside, and he's going to pick up 5 and the 1st. It's 2nd and 7 now. Really just slowing the game down, trying to get some running going here, and it's going to be Johnson with a nice gain to 7 in the 1st to midfield. It's 1st and 10 now. Johnson giving this one to Mobley. Mobley with some room on the right side. Gets around the outside. He's going to pick up the 1st down and some more. Gain of 14 there. He's going to set up a 3rd and 8, however. Inside the 35, it's Johnson dropping back. Time's running out. Throws left side. The controller died right here. But that's incomplete anyway. Batted away at the last second. 4th and 8. We're going to go for it. 5:15 to 3rd, down 15, going for it, throwing left side. We find Jaron Pierce for the 1st down, gain of 17. Really good curl route by Pierce on the outside. Really good route running. This time Mobley's going to stiff arm his way forward for a gain of 6. Sets up a 3rd and 3, very manageable. It's Johnson dropping back. The pressure's coming. He's trying to escape from it, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And that's going to force us to settle for a field goal and make it 28-16. So the story of the second half is really going to come from the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, we wasted a lot of time on that first drive, whether we needed to or not, just finally slowing the game down, but they're going to not really care and just run the ball at will like they did in the first half. Of just a ridiculous stiff arm there on that last play. And here's Tyson Williams picking up another gain of 10, first down. 1st and 10 here. Defense is going to have to come up with some stops or some turnovers, something in the second half if we want a shot, but it's not going to happen here. Tyson Williams inside the 20 down to the 15, 31-yard pickup. 2nd and 15 now. It's going to be Wilson faking it, keeping it. He's going to run to the left side. He's got a defender coming, stiff arms his way through him for a gain of 6. 3rd and 9. Can the defense hold him to a field goal? It's Wilson dropping back, looking, dumping it down right side to Bushman. Bushman, he's tackled short after a gain of 6. And the defense with their first stop of the day, 31-16. Down by 15 once again, basically where we started to start the second half, just with some less time to do it. Still want to keep it on the ground a little bit as Johnson freezes a little bit there and is sacked for a loss of 5. It's 2nd and 15 now. Johnson dropping back, looking. Pressure comes, hit as he throws it deep. It's going to be Fannin, the tight end, stiff arming his way forward inside the 15. Josh Fannin, 59 yards. Look at this dime by Randall Johnson. The pressure is in his face if you see it there far away in the camera, but look at the dime, a little wobbly, but right in the breadbasket. Big gain and one we definitely needed. 2nd and 7, Johnson loses 3. Sets up a big 3rd and 10 though. Need a touchdown out of this drive. Johnson dropping back, looking, steps up in the pocket, somehow stays on his feet, scrambles with it. Johnson fighting forward, picks up 10, but it's 4th and inches. What a play by Randall Johnson. Gives us time to go for here. 4th and inches, though. He's going to keep on the read option. He's going to get into the end zone. What a drive by Randall Johnson. The 60-yard completion of Fannin, and somehow staying on his feet on that 3rd and 10. An absolutely ridiculous drive there by Randall Johnson, capped with his own rushing touchdown. That was a big-time drive. But it cuts it to 8, and the defense has not gotten a stop where they haven't scored points yet. Last time we held them to a field goal, so a little bit of momentum to build off of, but we'll see if they can do anything with it. 2nd and 6, Bushman again hurting us all day, 15 yards here this time. It's 2nd and 7 now, under 6 to play. It's going to be a handoff to Williams up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down, a gain of 8. I'm not even sure what to run defensively now. 2nd and 6, a handoff to Tyson Williams again. A good play on the outside, limits him to 2. It's 3rd and 4, an empty set for Wilson. Dropping back, looking over the middle. That one is broken up. Incomplete with 4:48, 4th and 4, and they will kick the field goal, and it is good, but home to a field goal once again, 34-23. This time a return by Riley. Riley down the sideline. That's a nice return. Steps out of bounds at the 45. So we do have a lot of time here and good field position for Randall Johnson and company to build off the last drive they have. A little over 4 minutes to go. It's 2nd inches. Still trying to keep it on the ground a little bit because it's been working a lot in the second half, and it's working here so far. And this drive, get throw it to the right side. Wyndham has got to hold on to that. That could have been a big gain. 2nd and 10 now. Johnson shakes off one tackler. Gets absolutely blown up right there. Gain of 3. 3rd and 7. Need this first. Checks it down left side to Mobley. Mobley stiff arms his way forward. First down. 2nd and 9 inside the 30. Johnson, pressure coming again. Throws a beautiful pass to Jaron Pierce. Falls his way. Looks like he's in the end zone, but they rule him down at the 1. Not sure how he wasn't in there. But on 1st and goal, we're going to give it to Mobley. Stops short. We've seen us get stopped at the goal line before. Going to give it back to Mobley. This time he gets into the end zone. Chet and Mobley. 2-yard touchdown run. And it's 34-29. 2:21 to go. Can we get the 2-point conversion? Cut it to 3. It's Johnson rolling right. Looking. He's just going to scramble with it. Tries to get into the end zone. He's blown up at the goal line and fumbles. And it's going to stay 34-29. 2:21 to go. Can the defense get a stop? We have all 3 timeouts. Defense needs it. They're throwing on 1st down, but Wilson's actually going to scramble with it. He's going to scramble. He's going to be taken down after a short gain, but if you saw what I saw, personal foul, face mask on the defense. First and 10 once again, 147 to play now. Wilson over the middle finds his receiver. You have got to be kidding me. Same player, same personal foul, face mask, another 15 yards, and another first down. 145 to play. It's Williams over the middle. He's going to pick up a gain of 6, and we call our first timeout. Have to get the stop here. It's going to be Williams up the middle. He's got plenty of room. He's going to pick up the first down to the 22. And we only have 2 timeouts and a minute 10 to do it. It's Williams again, bouncing to the outside. Gain of 3, call a timeout. And 2nd and 7 now. Wilson gives this one to Williams. Williams stretching it to the right side. And just nobody's going to get out there. We can call our last timeout, but that's going to do it. A 10-yard rush by Williams is going to seal this one. And we get beat on a couple of first downs, a couple of undisciplined plays defensively. And Zach Wilson had himself a day on the ground, 10 carries, 122 yards. The defense did not come to play. They finally started limiting them to field goals in the second half, mainly because I think we really slowed the game down offensively and played really well offensively in the second half. Johnson only had to throw the ball 19 times, which is really good for a QB that obviously had to step in for Asher O'Hara, but was not to be. They had it on the ground, over 200 yards rushing. We had a pretty good day on the ground too, but defense was just never able to hold them on that side of the ball, and obviously that killed us. So back-to-back losses here. Is that the 3rd straight? I can't even remember at this point. I don't really want to know, to be honest. But we lose to Florida Atlantic and now to BYU. We have a big game coming up next week. Week 7 it's going to be. We have a bye week, but Week 7 at North Texas. Hope you guys join me for that one. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.